Vi beger oss en lång bit hemifrån. Det är nämligen dags för den största uppgörelsen för amerikanska travare, The Hambletonian Stakes, för 3-åringar med en prissumma på 1,1 miljoner dollar och i svenska pengar ungefär 3,5 miljoner kronor till segraren. Startfältet, nummer 1 Probe körs av William Fay. Går i stall med nummer 1A Egyptian Gentleman körd av Bill O'Donnell. Nummer 2 Fortunate One körd av Ben Webster som går i stall med 2A Shogun Lobel och Howard Beisinger. Med nummer 3 startar Speedy GB körd av Tom Houghton. Nummer 4 storfavoriten Peace Corps körd av John Campbell. Ekipaget har fram tills idag 17 raka segrar. Nummer 5, Park Avenue Joe, körd av Ron Waples och ägd av Sverigebekantingen Lou Gaida, mannen som tidigare ägde Mac Lobel. Nummer 6, Scott S. Hanover, körs av George Schulte. 7 är Bon Vivant med Mike LaChance i sulken. Nummer 8, Classic Air, körs av svenske Jimmy Takter. Och nummer 9, DeMilo Hanover, körs av Bernt Lindstedt. Distansen är en engelsk mil och det är alltså ett varv på Meadowlandsbanan som mäter 1609 meter. Hambletonian körs i år som ett heatlopp med samma hästar i 2 heats. Blir det 2 olika vinnare så kommer dessutom ett skiljeheat att köras. De bästa placerade hästarna i första heatet får då välja startspår i det andra.
Thank you, Dave. The field in behind the gates, and they are all moving well. And the trailing horse there is Shogun Lobel, who may move behind any horse that he wishes. And they're off. It's DeMilo Hanover on the outside. Speedy GB is now hustled away from the gate. Peace Corps was away in good order right there. Bon Vivant is out fast, and down inside it's Probe. Into the first turn. Speedy GB now is out to take the lead. Bon Vivant parked out. Peace Corps is parked out, racing in 3rd position now in behind Bon Vivant. Probe is tucked along the inside now, racing in 4th. DeMilo Hanover is up close early, racing in 5th position. Shogun Lobel has come out, racing in 6th. Park Avenue Joe is now 7th on the outside. Down inside, it's Classic Air racing in 8th position, followed by Scott S. Hanover, Egyptian Gentleman. Fortunate One is the trailer. The first quarter was very quick, 27 3/5 seconds. There goes the filly. Peace Corps now powers up to take the lead. Midway down the backstretch, resting the lead from Bon Vivant. But on the outside, here comes DeMilo Hanover now. DeMilo Hanover moving into contention. Peace Corps leads the way. John Campbell takes a peek back. And DeMilo Hanover's right at his neck now. The half goes in 56 seconds flat. It's still a lively pace here, and Peace Corps leads the way into the far turn. DeMilo Hanover just off her flank on the outside. Bon Vivant racing 3rd toward the rail. Probe is in good striking position. Racing 2nd over. Speedy GB is now racing 5th toward the rail. On the outside, Park Avenue Joe within striking distance. He's only 5.5 lengths off the lead. Classic Air toward the inside. Shogun Lobel launching a 3-wide bid. It's still Peace Corps. DeMilo Hanover pressing her all the way, and Probe is swinging 3 wide. 3/4 in 1, 26 and 1. Peace Corps leads the way down the stretch. Probe is surging on the outside. They're an 1/8 of a mile out, and it is Probe who forges to the front. Peace Corps is game and can't stay with her. And now Park Avenue Joe is bursting through in between horses. It's Probe in front. Park Avenue Joe toward the inside. Those two in a photo finish. And Probe is hanging on. Probe taking the lead. William Fay with a perfectly timed move at the top of the stretch. He had a good second over trip. He swung off cover, turning for home, and held off Park Avenue Joe to win it by a nose, and the time was 1:54 and 3.
Efter några timmars vila så var åter hästarna redo för det andra heatet av Hambletonian. Första försöksvinnaren Probe valde innerspår. Andra spår Park Avenue Joe. Nummer 3 Egyptian Gentleman. Nummer 4 Shogun Lobel. Nummer 5 Peace Corps. 6 Speedy GB. 7 Classic Air. 8 DeMilo Hanover. 9 Bon Vivant. 10 Scott S. Hanover och 11 Fortunate One. Och vi lämnar åter över till Meadowlands referent.
front of the horse, and sometimes horses can breathe a little better when they get tired with a modified harness. Park Avenue Joe will be equipped with a modified harness on for this second and perhaps deciding heat of the 1989 Hambletonian. And here they come for the second heat of the Hambo, and they're off. And Speedy GB is hustled away from the gate. Egyptian Gentleman is now following Speedy GB, and on the outside, Classic Air is away quickly and toward the inside. Probe is up close early in a good spot at the rail. Around the first turn, Speedy GB has the lead. Classic Air pressing him all the way. Probe tucked along the inside with stablemate Egyptian Gentleman alongside him. Park Avenue Joe is away fifth on the outside. Toward the inside, Fortunate One is racing in sixth. DeMilo Hanover is seventh on the outside. Then toward the rail at Shogun Lobel. Peace Corps is far back in the field. She is better than 12 lengths off the lead at this point. Bon Vivant is second to last. And the trailer is Scott S. Hanover as the Hambo field continues up the backstretch. It's Classic Air on the inside holding on to the lead now. Speedy GB is backing off in second. Egyptian Gentleman is now racing in third position on the outside. Park Avenue Joe is now fourth. Probe is faded. Probe is now back, and he's off stride. Probe has gone out of break momentarily. They've gone a half mile in 56 and 4/5 seconds, and now the field moves into the far turn. It's Classic Air leading the way. Egyptian Gentleman now picking it up on the outside. Speedy GB toward the rail. Park Avenue Joe is right in behind Egyptian Gentleman. On the outside, the Milo Hanover is racing 3 wide now, and Probe is in behind a wall of horses. 5 lengths off the lead as the field comes to the top of the stretch. The half went in 56 and 4/5 seconds, 3/4 in 1:27 and 1, and it is Egyptian Gentleman now forging to the lead as the field is set down for the drive. Park Avenue Joe attacks on the outside, and here he comes now, and Peace Corps is kicking in late. Here comes Peace Corps, the sensational filly on the outside. Park Avenue Joe with the lead. Peace Corps on the outside. Probe is off stride. They're coming to the finish, and it is Park Avenue Joe to win it, and a game performance from Peace Corps and Shogun Lobel, who is closing fast at the end. The final time here was 1:55 and 3. Park Avenue Joe, who barely lost the first heat of the Hambo, wins the second heat, and we will have a race-off.
Det blev alltså ett skiljeheat i årets Hambletonian mellan de båda försöksvinnarna Park Avenue Joe och Probe. Park Avenue Joe drog innerspåret och Probe får alltså börja utvändigt om denne.
Hambletonian has been forced to a race-off. Back in 1981, Shyaway St. Pat won that race-off in 2:02 and 1, and in 84, Historic Freight winning in 1:59 and 3. And here they come for the deciding third heat of the 89 Hambletonian, and they're off. Park Avenue Joe and Probe will leave together. Both drivers vying for position now as they move into the first turn. Park Avenue Joe and Probe, and those two, they are in no particular hurry in the early going. And now Ron Waples will take the top with Park Avenue Joe. Park Avenue Joe will lead the way throughout, still racing a bit off the rail as Probe, and now he drops in nicely as Park Avenue Joe will do the drafting, and Probe sits in behind. Both horses are moving comfortably now as they race by the opening quarter-mile mark in 29 and 4/5 seconds. The wind into their faces now as they begin their journey up the backstretch in this third heat of the 89 Hambo. Park Avenue Joe and Bill Fay is very content to sit in behind with his first heat winner, Probe. So they continue up the backstretch. Park Avenue Joe, son of Speedy Somali, still moving comfortably on the lead, and Probe still content to trot in behind. Now they're moving at a very moderate and deliberate pace here. They've gone a half mile in 1:01 and 3. Both horses looking comfortable now as they enter the final turn of this 64th Hambletonian. Park Avenue Joe is on top, and Probe has been sitting in behind for the entire mile. 3/8 of a mile out. Park Avenue Joe and Probe, and now the tempo is beginning to quicken now as these two come to the top of the lane, and Probe now edges off the rail, and the battle will be joined a quarter of a mile out, and these two trotters now are head-to-head as they turn for home. The three-quarter mark was 1:33 and 4. Park Avenue Joe at the rail, bracing for the challenge. Probe attacks on the outside, and neither of these brave trotters giving way. They are full tilt down the stretch, an eighth of a mile out. Park Avenue Joe digging in gamely. Probe pokes ahead in front. Probe on the outside. Park Avenue Joe comes roaring back. A relentless drive to the wire. Park Avenue Joe. Probe. Here's the finish. Too close to call. Too close to call. Park Avenue Joe and Probe were a nose apart on the finish line. The time was 2 minutes and 2/5. A photo finish in the Hambletonian. A dramatic photo finish to finish it off.
Det blev alltså en oerhörd dramatik även i skiljehitet, och efter ett av de snabbaste upplopp som någonsin skådats i travvärlden delar de båda försöksvinnarna segern. Inte ens målkameran kunde alltså skilja dem åt, och det blir dött lopp i race-off här i Hambletonian. Men segern tildöms Park Avenue Joe, som har bättre placeringar under sina kvalhit. Där Probe galopperade ju i andra hitet och fick en sämre placering där. Men det är inte slut ännu, därför att Probes tränare, norrmannen Jörn Kvickstad, har vänt sig till advokater för att få det här utrett. Så än kanske inte sista ordet är sagt om årets Hambletonian, som dock bjöd på oerhört stor dramatik hela kvällen.
VM-loppet på Yonkers.